In this episode, I'm going to show you how a digital marketing strategy helped my client's business grow by 600%, okay? Hey there, friend. Welcome back to another episode on the More Than Social podcast. Actually, let me just say, welcome to the last episode of 2022. Now, that is so crazy to say, isn't it? This year has honestly been so incredible to hang out with you every week. So thank you so much for being here. And also, thank you so much for the feedback on these episodes all year. When I started doing this in October 2021, I had no real expectation of what was going to actually come out of it. All I knew was I wanted to help you crush your business in the online world differently than just showing up on social media and teaching what I teach within all of my programs. Now, podcasting in both the audio and the video form, it's so fun for me. I have an entire plan for 2023 for you, and I'm super excited about it. So after today's episode, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything coming up next year. We really are just going to take it up a notch. Now, like I said, I want to share with you some really big results today. And before we get into it, just a quick little disclaimer, okay? This episode is not about me tooting my own horn. Really, it's quite the opposite. I want to share with you what happened when my client invested in a digital marketing campaign and how it helped her business grow by 600%. This client of mine, she is a mortgage agent from Ontario, Canada. She has over 25 years of experience in the banking industry, and she actually jumped into running her own business to be able to use her expertise, to be able to use her entrepreneurial spirit, the passion that she has for helping others. Now, from my perspective, she's a fantastic mortgage agent. I use her. But from a client perspective, she's just one of those entrepreneurs who's willing to actually invest in herself to hit those big goals. She's busy as heck, though, so she put her trust in my team and I to really help her. So we've done a lot of different marketing campaigns based on where she actually wanted to grow, but we've also put in a lot of time and effort creating some automations on the back end of her business to really help her leverage her time wisely. Now, before she actually started working with us, okay, she was one of those people who was always creating those ads on Facebook, hitting that boost button or the sponsor button, aka she was spending money on advertising and seeing absolutely no return. And she actually admitted she didn't have any advertising strategy that worked for her before she started working with us. She relied on word of mouth, which, yes, is absolutely beneficial, but it was more just like a trickle into her business. In her words, she said she needed the tap full on. And as an entrepreneur, a wife, and a mother, she faced a lot of pressure and responsibility starting her own business. Now, I'm sure you can relate, but leaving that traditional job, starting your own business, it's a financial risk. And really, the clock for her was ticking. She needed to increase her sales, and she needed it to happen fast. So what did we actually do? What did we do for her? In July of 2020, that's when we started working together, okay? So as I mentioned, we created a couple different strategies for her business, starting with actually just diving deep into what her goals were for her business. Now, as a mortgage agent, she can actually work with a lot of different types of people. But like I say over and over again here, it's not about working with every single person out there. It's about being very specific with who we're talking to in the online world when we're creating these strategies. So when we figured out who she wanted to work with and who is the most profitable place or who was the most profitable target audience for her to grow with, we designed this complete digital marketing strategy. One that included a lead magnet, a sales funnel, email marketing campaigns, the whole shebang. We essentially designed the system that was attracting her dream clients, that was building that relationship with them, and then making sure that we turned them into booked appointments, all in automation for her. So that way, all she really had to do was focus on showing up to those booked appointments and really just doing what she does best, coming up with her strategy for her clients around the mortgage agents. So we also created her social media content. We've done blogs, we've done additional educational emails, but I want to point this out. One thing and one reason why everything worked extremely well for her is her personality is literally infused in every single thing that we do. She's one of those people that you just meet and you love immediately. She's also, and I want to say also, she's also super active on social media from an organic side of things, okay? So my team and I, we focus on the paid side of things. But on her side, she's always sharing new content online. She's sharing testimonials. She's responding to her audience. She's building that relationship. That alone makes a huge difference in growing a brand online and really just crushing it with results. Now, speaking of the results, so implementing these digital strategies that I just mentioned, we took her business from 5 million to 30 million. She saw a 600% increase during a pandemic. Yes, during the pandemic. In the first year, she grew 300%, 40% of her leads coming from the social media paid advertising and that strategy that I just walked you through. In the second year, she grew by another 300%. In that year alone, she generated 1,692 leads. That's a lot. Talk about turning that tap on full blast versus them trickling in like before. Now, I'm sure you can imagine though, having that many leads come into your business, that is a lot for a one-woman show. So she's hired an assistant and she has a team of underwriters that are working for her, which is fantastic. But more importantly, we had to develop these back-end systems, these processes to really help her just pre-qualify those leads. So what we did is we focused on pushing the leads away who are wasting our time and pulled in the leads who are actually serious about moving forward. We also automated a lot of tedious tasks that she does. So for example, something super small is when a prospect books an appointment with her on Zoom for that initial meeting, we would automatically create a contact profile in her back-end client management system. We would create that reminder for her to actually show up, and we would add her new contact into her email database and then even add them to an Excel tracking document, all on automation. She was doing all those things. They're all very tedious, tiny tasks for every single booked appointment that she got. But really, at the end of the day, those tedious tasks, they are so time consuming. Although they seem simple, they're time consuming. So like I said, we automated it. So what does this actually mean for you? Why am I sharing this? So like I said, I'm not necessarily sharing this to make me feel good about our work. Absolutely. I'm super, super proud of her and her success. But I wanted to share this with you to prove to you what is actually possible in the online world. And the best part is you can track everything. So we asked this client to give some advice about her strategy and with working with us. And she said this: if you are going to invest advertising dollars, you need to be able to track your return on investment. That's key. With Lisa and her team, the numbers are plain. There's no question about it. That's why I love digital marketing. It literally tells us everything, what is working, what's not. So as we're ending this year off and you're starting to look into 2023 for your business, I really encourage you to look at your goals. And I mean, really look at the big picture of what it is that you actually want to do. Figure out that budget that you can invest in for your marketing. And remember, you have to invest in your marketing before you can really, really skyrocket with your business. Ask yourself, do you want these results to trickle in? Or are you ready to actually turn things on full blast? If so, if you're ready for all those leads, you're ready for that complete digital marketing strategy. And I've talked a lot about it this year. Working with my team and I, that's just one option. That's a very hands-off option. Another option for you that you can consider for 2023 is the Spotlight Theory program. So that's where I actually teach you everything that I've implemented for this client. The only difference is one option, like I said, my team and I do all the work for you. The other option is you actually learn how to do it and implement it for yourself, which is a whole other ballgame, but one that I love, or I wouldn't do what I do actually. But regardless, the choice is yours. Just keep in mind, as we jump into 2023, you have these options. I want you to crush your goals next year. And remember, continue to join me here next year because we're changing things up a bit, but I know you're going to love it and you're going to take even more away from these episodes. But feel free to send me a message if you want to learn more about the Spotlight Theory, or if you want to work with my team. We're currently taking on applications for the client spots. But regardless, enjoy the rest of the year. I cannot wait to see you grow in 2023. Thank you again so much for making this year just so amazing. I really, really appreciate you more than I can actually say on here. I am so thrilled with everything I've taught you so far, and I cannot wait to see you in the new year. Bye for now.